Hi Virgo, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I am going to be doing your March 16th to the 31st, 2021 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also to subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to be notified whenever I upload new videos, and I upload all the time, just hit the bell notification button. And if you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will be listed and linked in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading and clear the energy space, once again, a reminder not to be scammed by anyone in the comment box pretending to be me offering you a reading. This person is not me. They are a scammer. Do not be scammed. I will not be soliciting you for anything. With that said, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. Let's let the bulls sing as we see what the tarot has to say. Virgo, March 16th to the 31st, 2021, Virgo. March 16th to the 31st, 2021, Virgo. March 16th to the 31st, 2021, Virgo. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Ooh, okay. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. Let's see what your chakra energy is for this time. Virgo, March 16th to the 31st, 2021, Virgo. March 16th to the 31st, 2021, Virgo. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Fantastic. And let's look at the energy we need to be mindful of during this time. Virgo, March 16th to the 31st, 2021, Virgo. What energy does Virgo need to be mindful of? March 16th to the 31st, 2021, Virgo. What energy does Virgo need to be mindful of? Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Fantastic. So we're starting here with abundance. This is the root chakra, always a great one to see. And then we have universal light, which is the soul star chakra, located 6 inches above your crown. Okay, let's put these over to the side. Now the left-hand side is your inner self. The middle is your heart, your emotional self. The right-hand side, the public arena, the public self. I'm just going to give a moment to these beautiful cards. They are done by a Texas artist. So if you want to support her, she's in the description box below. And after all Texas has been through, that's quite good. And the cards, which I will show you the other side of, are absolutely breathtaking. This is a beautiful deck. It's called the Stolen Child deck, after a Yeats poem, which is a beautiful poem. All right, so let's see here what the cards have to say. We have the Four of Flames. See, absolutely beautiful. Justice, which is Libra energy. time frame September 23rd to October 22nd. This is going to be very powerful, especially if you're born on the cusp with Libra or if you have Libra within your chart. The 10 of Wands and the 4 of Pentacles. So it's very interesting. You begin with a 4, you end with a 4 in your inner self, taking care of yourself, and taking time for yourself, and kind of settling down this stability is going to be so important for you. We have the Page of Oak, the Page of Pentacles. This is you coming through at your heart as a student. We have the Moon, which is Pisces energy, time frame February 19th to March 20th. We have the 5 of Pentacles. And we have the Chariot, which is Cancer energy, time frame June 21st to July 22nd. We have the 9 of Swords, the 2 of Cups, the Magician, and you come through as the Hermit right here. So that's absolutely beautiful. And then the energy to be mindful of, the Lord, which is Aries energy, time frame March 21st to April 19th. This is a person who is very domineering, very, very, very controlling. All right. This is a person who it's my way or the highway. It doesn't have to be an Aries energy. It doesn't have to be a fire sign energy. This is going to be a person who has very distinct and very passionate ideas about things. And it has to be done just that certain way. So do be mindful about that. And about being manipulated towards money, because we have here the Prince of Pentacles. Now, this is Earth sign energy, of course, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is going to be an energy that you're very sympathetic to, because it is that Earth sign energy that you yourself are. So during this time, as you're moving forward, you want to move forward in the prosperity of your life, right? And here, there is a person who is manipulative and calculating, and is looking at the ways that you are slowly building things, and is undermining that. So we have the chakra energy of the root chakra right here, which is abundance. Abundance in prosperity, in bounty, in the way that we want to move forward in our lives. But the root of us is to be abundant. And we see us starting to focus on the inner self, on what we need within the walls of our existence, within our soul, within ourselves, to move forward in abundance. And the root chakra here is focusing on wealth, not only financial wealth, but what you value as much as money. And that can be also another thing that's being undermined right here. It's just like things are being shaken up. And there's a sense of this person having like slow, steady plans. So it could be like a long con. Okay, almost like that's what Spirit is saying, and that's very interesting. But it's going to be somebody who's very, very much like, I know what I'm talking about, and move forward this way. And they're going to speak the language that you speak. It's that earth sign and language, that sense of stability and security and bounty moving forward. But we need to really focus on the inner balance of the personal self, because there's something here where it's taking it out of consideration, and it's moving us in a different direction than we want to be moving. And so focusing on our abundance is going to be so important. And then we have universal light, which is the soul star chakra located 6 inches above the crown. We see this light shining from us. We see ourselves moving forward with divinity as our guides. And that's going to be a real place of change for us, because there's this light moving us towards our goals, towards what we desire, towards what we need. And that brings us right to the 4 of flames, the 4 of Pentacles, not the 4 of Pentacles, the 4 of Wands. And we end with the 4 of Pentacles right here. So it's very contrasting energy, because for me, the 4 of Pentacles is vampiric energy. Right? And the 4 of Wands, that is celebratory energy. This is an energy of prosperity, of moving forward. This is an energy of, new home, new job, new outlook on life, kind of wanting to dance, wanting to celebrate, wanting to lift the face towards the sun in this kind of like exalted position, just very much with the chest open, with the face up. And it's like, this is what I want. This is what I need. This is where I'm headed. And there's a sense of a happily ever after really being focused on, really coming into our lives. It's like, this is my idea of happiness. This is my idea of bounty. This is my idea of perfection. And it doesn't have to be anybody else's. I mean, we're living our own lives. Yes, we have responsibilities. We have things that we need to take care of. But there is also a sense here of power moving us forward and of bounty really guiding us. And there's a sense of things coming together in a really real and profound way. And it brings us to justice. It brings us to justice of self. It brings us to understanding things more deeply and more honestly. Justice is also discernment, okay? So it's not letting everybody in. It's not letting everything be flooded. It's saying, this is what's just and beautiful within my life, within the balance for me, within the way that I want to move forward. And I'm perpetuating that within my life. I'm upholding that. So it's kind of like knowing that people are bad for us, right? We all know those people who we try to be nice to and we try to be civil to, but they don't add anything to our lives. They don't build us up. They drain us, actually. And so there's nothing wrong with saying, I don't want those type of people in my life. I don't want that type of energy around me. And it's not only with people, it can be with things, it can be with concepts. We have to take what resonates with us and leave the rest. And so with this glory, with the cranes, in celebration of just absolute blessing, there is this sense of justice for the self, of sweetness coming in, of the hard work paying off. And it's not sitting there and saying, I have to be just to every single person, because that will drive us mad. We'll pull out all our hair because it'll just be so frustrating. Because somebody is always going to complain. Somebody is always going to see things differently than the way that we see things. And so it isn't being letter of the law just either. It's not white page, black print, this is how it has to be. It's that fluid discernment of character and self and ideas and ideals. And it's understanding the Taoist principle of this and that are true. That you can have two people in the same room seeing different things and describing it differently. There is this flow of consciousness, of understanding, of opinion, of purpose that is really moving us forward. And the judgment here, the justice here, is going to be us rising in that and saying, this is the sweetness of my life. This is the passion of my existence. This is what I desire. And it moves me to releasing the burdens that have held me down for too long. The 10 of flames, the 10 of wands, is only being able to look down because there is such a weight upon us. Instead of being able to lift the head towards the sky and saying in that exalted stance that we see with the cranes here, okay, in the card, that exalted stance of there is more, even the exalted stance of the child. There is more here than what I realize. I must be just to myself. And then we put down the burdens. It's also saying, what, some people, they have to carry their life lessons. Not some people, every person has to carry their life lesson. That's just the fact of life. We can't change it. We want to take up their burdens. We want to, lessen their lessons. Take away their lessons from them and make it easier. We all want other people's lives, especially when we love them. We want their lives to be easier. Even at work, even when we're dealing with different things, we want people's lives to be easier. We want to take the burden off their shoulders. But we can't do it at the expense of just burdening ourselves and putting the burden on our shoulders so that all we can see in life is our toes. All we can see in life is the ground before us. And that's not a way to experience the world. It's putting down the burdens. It's opening up to our passion, to our fire, to our desire. And it's embracing the fact that we're releasing vampiric energy. We're releasing the energy that has held us back, that has kept us small, that has kept us silent, that, drains us as we feel like whenever we feel like we're moving towards our abundance. And that's going to be the energy that keeps us frozen, in stone. And now we're looking at it, it's like the leeching energy, it's the chaotic energy. And we're going to see ourselves releasing it, saying, no, I don't get to have this negativity drain me down all the time. I don't get to live this life where I can't see the beauty before me. That's not what I want. That's not just for me. And it brings us to, in our hearts, being a student and saying, well, what is it that I want? What is it that I need to move me forward? What is it that I desire? What is it that I'm looking for? There are questions here. Because the thing with the pentacles is we're planting seeds. And we're figuring out how to plant these seeds. The four of pentacles is that vampiric energy keeping us from moving forward the way that we want to. The page of pentacles is saying, all right, what do I want? What's important? How do things interconnect? And how am I going to see how they all come together? Where is it that I want to be? How is it that I want to progress forward in this world, towards my passion, towards my desire, towards what I want? There's a lot of questions here, okay? And in our hearts, we feel like a child. We feel like a child looking at things and saying, whoa, wow, the world is big. Wow, this is overwhelming. Wow, I don't know the exact way that I want to move forward. And the fears come up. With the moon, the fears come up. The moon is it's doubt, it's fear, it's apprehension, it's the darkness coming in, and it's saying, how do I nurture myself through the rest of the world? How do I face the shadows, face the doubts, face the chaos, and still stay me, still move forward? It's not by running away. It's not. What we see here is a holding on to what we desire, what we want, what we need. And it's boiling the fears down. And it's saying, okay, what is the voice of this fear? What face does it have? When I think of this fear, do I go back to my third grade classroom? Do I go back to the living room? Where do I go when I think of this fear? When I think of failure, what happens? Is it that everything comes tumbling down? Is it that I have such a precarious grip on my own worth that I can see it falling so easily? Is it that I've been through it falling so easily and have this tenacious, kind of pioneering spirit that says, okay, I'm going to move forward, but I've been smacked in the face so many times that I just don't want to. I just can't imagine it. We look at our fears and we have to name them. We have to name our fears because they hold us back so succinctly and so abstractly. And even if we kind of give the fears the abstract, beauty of color, is this fear pink? Is this fear red? Is this fear blue? Why? Does this fear have my father's face? Does this fear have my mother's face? Does this fear have my teacher's face? Why? And it's starting to open up the box that we shove our emotions in and we shove into the back of our mind, or that we live through every single day. It's like, why does this make me anxious? Why is this overwhelming? Why can a TV show cause me anxiety? Why can I doubt myself so easily when I am not in danger? And so we look at our fears and we call ourselves out, which is not a comfortable thing to do at all. But it's a powerful thing to do because I will not be ruled by the monsters. I will not have them standing over me, tormenting me my whole entire life. That's what we're saying. I will tame those monsters and they will become the beings on my side that stand over my shoulders, that show the world that I know there's darkness within me. I know there's shadows within me. I know there's great evil to what human beings are capable of. But I've seen it. And I'm not cowering in fear thinking, oh no, I couldn't possibly. I'm owning my strength. I'm owning my world. And it brings me to the Five of Pentacles. And the Five of Pentacles is very interesting because the Five of Pentacles is the poverty mentality, is the sense of, I fear that I will not be. That the abundance, that the wealth, that the prosperity, it will fall away, or that it never was. I will not be able to walk through that door. But you have the richness here. You have the honey. You have the sweetness. It's time to take it. It's time to grasp it. It's time to enjoy it and savor it. The Five of Pentacles is us being barred from wealth, being barred from prosperity, standing as an outsider. Now it is time to say no more. The richness, the prosperity, the power, it gets to be mine, and it moves us to the Chariot. It moves us to passionately and truthfully and powerfully moving forward towards what we desire, towards what we love, towards what we want, towards what we need. It might be slow go, yeah. But when we get there, it's exquisite. The Chariot is this determination, it's this passion, it's this fire, it's this purpose. And that's what we're embracing, towards what we love. Our heart, at the center of our heart, it's fear and doubt and chaos and feeling like we've been barred from what we absolutely want most. And the Chariot, as we are a student, is like, oh no, there's fierceness here. There's determination, there's power, and things pick up speed. And there's this understanding of the subconscious self and of the conscious self and of where we want to be. And when we start to sabotage ourselves, as we as human beings do, it's calling ourselves out and getting ourselves back on track. The chariot is the warrior. Kings rode chariot. Queens rode chariots. Pharaohs rode chariots. They're important. Don't forget your importance and your determination. It moves us to the 9 of Swords. I mean, that's quite it. We don't want to be a scared rabbit during this time, but it's going to be easy to be. I personally find fear just a little bit easier than confidence, right? But, other people find it the other way. Confidence is easier than fear. I wish that upon every single one of you. But here it's saying the fear is just going to be a little bit easier. That sense of, oh my gosh, run. Oh my gosh, I can't do this. Oh my gosh, no, this isn't for me. Why? Because the poverty mentality comes in. I can't possibly move forward this way. I couldn't possibly get to where I want to be. I can't possibly. It's like, oh no, I can. It's time to face the fear. It is, because when we face the fear, we put down the burdens and we say, I get to claim my prosperity, my wealth, my abundance. I get to see the sun and exult in it. So the 9 of Swords is like, face those fears. Look at those nightmares and don't let them rule your life anymore. And that's in the public arena. It's crowning the public arena. So there are going to be things as we're moving forward in the public arena where it tests us. We're pushed out of our comfort zone. We don't want to do this. It would be so much easier just to walk away, to say no. But we're looking at what we want. Is the end result worth it? And the answer is yes. The end result of prosperity, of bounty, of purpose, of dedication. It's worth it. It brings us to the 2 of Cups. By facing these fears, we embrace the Minor Arcana Lovers card. We embrace love and prosperity and beauty and balance. We embrace this sense of unity. It's like, oh my gosh, this is what I've been waiting for, isn't it? And it brings us to the Magician, to the holding of our magic, to standing before the altar of our existence and claiming our bounty and our brilliance and our truth and saying, yes, I can move forward. It's that transmutation. It's the turning of lead into gold. It's the turning of an average person into somebody extraordinary. Why? Because you're embracing the passion and the purpose and the dedication and the, desire of your spirit to claim all your knowledge, to claim all your hard work, all your desire, and to say, this is me. This is where I want to be. This is what I desire. This is how I'm moving forward. This is my extraordinary. And my extraordinary gets to be my ordinary. The Magician stands before the altar with all his tools, with all his desires and truths and understandings. And he says, I'm making the most of this. I'm embracing my prosperity. I'm embracing my wisdom. I'm embracing my passion. I'm embracing my emotions, my heart. And I am claiming my truth as above, so below. As I believe it, as I focus on, so it will be. Will it be that I focus on the fear or on the celebration? Will it be that I focus on the dream or on the doubt of that dream? There is an exuberance that comes here. There is a brilliance that comes forward. And there's just this sense of, this is me. And it moves us to the Hermit. It moves us to the essence of ourselves. The very essence of ourselves. Turning inward, letting that light guide us. Looking at things honestly and openly and distinctly and powerfully. And saying, this is the light that leads me to my truth. This is the passion that guides me home. This is my determination. This is my brilliance. And it's a game changer. We look at the essence of ourselves. It's so interesting because we look at the magic of ourselves and then we turn inward and we say, this is the light that moves me forward. This is the passion that guides me to more. This is my truth. And this is me exulting in it. As we believe it during this time, Virgo, so it will be. So very carefully watch your mind. Watch what you're focusing on. Watch, what's being fed into the soul. Let's look at the spirit animal message. Virgo. March 16th to the 31st, 2021, Virgo. March 16th to the 31st, 2021, Virgo. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. Ooh, okay, these two. So we have the turkey spirit. Give with gratitude and grace. To yourself, to the world. Gratitude and grace. Beauty and joy and love. And then we have the canary spirit. Sing your own song. Let your own song guide you to this rhythm of the world. Let yourself connect with your truth, with your music, with your expression of self. And let it be beautiful. Your subconscious chakra message for this time is angels and divinity. It's the soul star chakra again coming through. You are protected by your angels, by your spirit guides. You are protected and you are guided. Know that this protection walks with you. Know that your angels whisper in your ears during this time. Listen. Listen, you will be astounded at the way you move forward. Your subconscious animal message is the beaver spirit. Lay a solid foundation. Build that solid foundation. Okay? Embrace the stability that you're moving forward in. Don't be rash. Don't be, overly hasty. Build this solid foundation and watch this foundation grow and guide you to so much more. Your subconscious person message is the Prince of Swords. Don't be brash, okay? Make sure you think about things before you embrace them, before you go after them, right? But this is a sense of cutting through doubts and fears, slaying dragons, cutting through the poison of this world, and embracing a greater sense of enlightenment, a greater sense of determination, a greater passion, a greater truth. And there's a boldness to you during this time. There's a sense of, this is where I'm going for. This is what I need. This is what's intrinsically important to me. And I rise like I never thought I could. Because it's like I'm fighting the good fight. And I'm embracing what my soul most greatly desires. The subconscious tarot message here is the Eight of Swords. Do not let doubts and fears hold you back. Do not let yourself feel trapped, because there's a vast, beautiful world around you. And if you let your mind trap you, people live their whole lives in the Eight of Swords. The mind trapped in one way forward, in one way of seeing things. It's time to look at the beauty and the wonder that is this world. And be bold and step out of the cage of the mind and into the wonderment of the world and the self and the soul. All right, Virgo, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we break out of our shell, as we rejoice in this beauty and this wonderment, in this coming together of self and of deeper understanding of the marvels of this world. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Virgo.